Okay, so this video is gonna talk about tattoos and especially talk about some problems in the depiction of different people. This kind of thing in the industry with tattoos and this kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. The problem here is that when lots of clientele, when you show lots of just one type of a customers, like only you show most people that have light skin, and you don't show as much people with darker skin tones on the tattoo portfolios, like the Instagram picture and so on. Different tattoo artists. I don't mean just one. I mean this big is a bit of a problem because of it's because of is obviously it's different when you take the picture of a tattoo. When it's in the studio, the tattoo will have one depiction of the colors, or if you do black and gray, maybe have a different how much white ink you have if you make black and gray, or how light color it is if you have darker skin. It's always very important to obviously it's different. For example, if you I already show what I mean. So if you take a picture example on a tattoo in the studio, then you take the picture on this tattoo 5 weeks or maybe okay. It's different when the tattoo have healed on the skin. It's different if you have the tattoo in 90 years. It's impossible to know how a tattoo will heal up, how well you take care of it, how well you take it. If you're outside in the sun, you have sun cream to protect it, and all of this kind of thing. That is not what I want to talk about. It's not that what I mean, because it's impossible for even if you have even if you like the snow, it's impossible to maybe a person with darker skin maybe can heal better the tattoos than the person with light skin. I do not know. Impossible to know in that time frame. But the thing I want to talk about is this: is so few tattoo artists that want to show people with darker skin tones on their portfolios. Maybe people are gonna be angry if they watch this, but that is the truth. If you look at the Instagram and you look at tattoo artists and you see their tattoos portfolios, most of the picture you will see is not on dark skin or brown skin. It's most on white skin or even lighter white. For some reason, I don't know why. It's like the old prediction that they say, because it's easier to see your tattoo, but it's so stupid, because if you change some little bit with a mobile camera, or if you're very good, you have a special camera, you're gonna have exactly the same result with the picture, because the tattoo have not yet healed. It's a different story when the tattoo healed on the skin. Maybe then you maybe gonna look sometimes better on the light skin, but it's not that when you have the tattoo is fresh and new. It's a different thing. And so that is a huge problem in the tattoo industry. It's not the tattoos, it's not that people have tattoos, it's just how tattoo is like modernized. So you have to understand, originally tattoos come from indigenous people, like in Australia, in New Zealand, the Maoris and other people around the world. But it's just because it's like a huge, gigantic pop culture, and lots of the pop culture is based takes to white people, and they are marginalized to that thing that makes it so that people that control almost like a fashion industry. Because if you look at the fashion industry, you see most models you see in magazines, like walk different magazine, the people there have light skin. Even in countries when you live more people with dark skin, even then it's more people with light skin. The same with tattoos. that is the problem, that you only show one type of a people and you don't show the other type when you want to you recognize your commodity. And that is a problem, because if you go to because many tattoo artists are work they own their own work, and that is very good because they are independent artists, and that is extremely nice, I think, to be free and make art. But it's also good to show both type of customers you have when you are a tattoo artist. Do not show just one type of a customer. If you have customers that is brown, dark, light, different version of white, you should show both of them. You should not just show one of them, and that is the problem. And that is just a problem because this. I can say right from the start is a total lie if you think you cannot tattoo people with darker skin tone. It's a lie. You can always tattoo. You just have to compromise when you do a tattoo. It's just that okay, you cannot make that light coloring on the people with darker skin as you maybe can on very light skin, because they have different skin tone. Then you have to use colors or line work that is different, but you can still make a tattoo as good, but with some compromise and so on. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse that you say, oh, well, okay, you have because you have darker skin tone, I cannot do tattoos on you, and the tattoo will not show up if I take a picture on it. It's stupid. We have computers. We have computers that can help bring forward the picture of the tattoo, so you can see it clear as day when you show it with a picture. It's just ignorance. And I love tattoos. I have some tattoos. I love tattoos, and I think it's really really bad when some huge tattoo artists, the big one, like the big stars, have say these kind of stupid things. And you know probably who I mean. I'm not gonna say any name, but it's different very big artists and have very ignorant view, and that is a huge shame, because we don't need this kind of. I really liked that person when I was younger. I really liked that person, that tattoo artist. But when you really see what that person say and have that very racist view, very racist view, is a big problem for the industry, because that the damage, because tattoos is art. It should never ever be based on political things. Should never be based on skin tone. Is art, and art can always be evolved. And there is a reason why I. That is the only problem I have with the tattoos, is this, that people have that stupid thing that think, okay, some tattoos, some color you cannot use on darker skin tone because they will change skin tone, like light and purple, and some very cold color like blue. Absolutely, some of them do not work as well. But you can use other colors. You can use black and gray. Maybe you need more black in the gray than you have in the white skin tone. You have more white, but you can always use compromise. So that is just a stupid excuse to say that you cannot tattoo people with darker skin tones. It's ignorance and stupidity, and especially if you're a super artist, you should not work anymore if you have that notion, because it's not complicated. And I can say like this: I'm very happy and very extremely lucky that I find a tattoo artist that is willing to work with me with different styles and different colors. Sometimes he maybe question that, because yeah, but he still will work with me. I'm happy with that. I'm super happy, but um, but that is not every time you have that luck when you have darker skin tone. Sometimes they will say no to you, because I don't know why, but they have that. I don't know where they originally born from. If they come from some kind of stereotypical notion that because of just one total mistake, they think every person with darker or medium dark skin they cannot have tattoos as well as people with lighter skin tone. But obviously, tattoo ink always evolved with time. Also, tattoo ink today is much better than it was for 40 years ago or 100 years ago. Um, yeah, so if you look at Maori tattoos, you can see the people there are not white people, the most darker skin tone. Then have tattoos, and you can see other people with often then have more like black ink, and so on. And that is just yes, that is an important thing for me to say is that even today, we still have that. There's still that problem with depiction of only one type of skin tone when you show in tattoo portfolios. Even when you have the proof that you can tattoo some colors and some you can do tattoos on people darker skin tone, you still have that. I don't know why. It's interesting. It's extremely interesting that we still have that problem. And I don't gonna say I don't think the tattoo artists, maybe some of them are, but I think the one little part of the industry are are some kind of bit. I don't know. I do not want to say racist because that is maybe too simplified to say. But I think it's just that they have some kind of they publicize it. Maybe they want if they sell magazine, they sell if they maybe more magazine will sell if the people with have white skin are on in the magazines than people with dark skin. Obviously, especially in America when it's a big country, but you have lots of places in America. Obviously, you have huge, super good tattoo artists that do color tattoos on people with dark skin. But if you look at the popular magazine oh, example like Ink Mag, like if you look at the Ink Mag home picture and so on, you don't gonna see as much people with darker skin tone with tattoos as models or as depictions for the site. For I don't know why. The same for other side, it's almost like a different table of artists. Like for example, the dark tattoo artists do color tattoos on darker skin tone are themselves have themselves dark skin, and it's almost like a different table. This almost like it's a very separated system, like a extremely separated system. So you're almost like, and that is just is a huge problem. Because I think this is a complicated problem because for the tattoos is artists, they are not politicians, and art should never be based on skin tone. Art should always be based on how you will improve your art. So even if you are an artist that do most tattoos on light skin tones, you should also be able to do tattoos on darker skin tone as well as the other one from 1 to 2 with the different one. It should not be a problem if you are a professionist. It's just an excuse, some kind of bad excuse. And yeah, that is just that. It's just it's a problem. It's not me that only say that. It's different people would say that it's a problem because okay, one thing is I have to be very clear with here is that sometime if you have when you have dark skin, you have to go to a tattoo artist and really know how to do the tattoos well, how to really work with your skin, because it's a different way how if you use like what I have learned is that if you the tattoo ink have too much white ink in them, they will not heal as well as good on the dark skin tone. And my skin is not as dark, but if you use color that is with more warmer tone to it and lesser white ink in the mixture, will be better healed on the skin. There's a reason you can have white ink, but you have to a little bit in the coloring. But if you have too much of it, then will be damaging because the color will not look good. But you can use this kind of thing. You can use much lighter shading on people with light skin, but you cannot do it on dark skin. You have to use like almost like a puzzle, like dark, light, and medium. So you always have the darker than your skin as background and lighter than the darker. So you have almost 3 or 4 layers of colors that can complement each other, and you also have to know your undertone to work them together to make the tattoo stand out, and you see every different part from the tattoo. If the tattoo's color is too similar with each other, then you not see where is what. You just have to see the differences. And that is not. I'm not a tattoo artist. I'm a collector. I'm pay for tattoos. I get tattoos, and I know that is. But you have to. That is why I'm questioning here. If you have worked in the tattoo industry maybe 40 or 60 years, and you still have that strange view, it's strange for me. Like, you should be able to tattoo every skin tone because you have new machines, you have new ink, you have everything. There is no excuse. It's no excuse. You have a big studio, like super artists have big studio with big light on the walls with everything. So it's no excuse. I don't know where all this kind of bigotry come from with this kind of thing. What you have to understand, okay, if you look at Instagram and you look at tattoo artist portfolio, lots of the time you will see people only one type of skin tone. And this tattoo artist is someone often out there in LA or Miami, and we know many people in Miami is from Mexico or Latin America, other places in Latin America, and they are not white. They have different dark skin. Like someone like me, I'm from South America, so it's just I love tattoos. I extremely love tattoos. I think it's so cool with tattoos, but I have to say that is a problem in the system. It's a problem. So tattoo artists are super cool. They are the new generation of artists. They are the new waves. But there's always a shark in the wave, and that's just we just yes. Don't take the video wrong. Don't get this thing wrong. I absolutely support tattoo artists 100%. But just want to be more diverse. I do not just have be one sided, but be more diverse for the future. And yeah, so this is probably the reason why I say this kind of thing. So yeah, okay, bye.